Cool, welcome to the webinar. This one's IELTS Reading. It's Super Skills number 4. My name is Jay. I'm one of the teachers at e2language.com. I was just saying that the IELTS Reading is a balance of two things, really. It's a balance of language skills and it's a balance of test strategy. Don't focus too much on test strategy. If you don't have the vocabulary and the grammar, the test strategy won't help you that much. Okay, you really need to build your fundamental skills. If you want to get a high score, you need to understand every single word in that text and the grammar as well, because that also has meaning. But then you also need the strategy at the same time. You need to understand the different question types, etc. So this is what I'm going to show you in this lesson, and we'll look at both things. We'll look at some skills and we'll look at the test strategy as well. First thing we're going to look at is scanning for synonyms. That is absolutely critical in IELTS reading. If you don't really understand synonyms, do keep watching. We're going to learn about skimming for the main idea, and then we're going to do a mock test. And in the mock test, what I'm going to do is give you a very simple question, then I'm going to give you the hard question, just so you can understand the concept. It works very well. Let's first think about synonyms. Synonyms is like this. This is what you have to do in the IELTS reading. You have to be looking out for words that have the same meaning. Basically, what's going to happen is you're going to look at the question, you're going to pick out a keyword, you're going to look at the passage, you're going to find the corresponding keyword in the passage, then you're going to answer the question. That sums up IELTS reading. Again, you're going to look at the question, you're going to find a keyword in the question, you're then going to look at the passage, you're going to find the corresponding keyword, which will probably be a synonym. Then you're going to look and you're going to answer the question. That is it. That is how you do IELTS reading. The problem is the keyword you find in the question will be different from the passage more than likely. It's called a synonym. So let's do a little warm up. I want you to find the synonyms. Please, here are the different words like verbs and adjectives, etc. I want you to look into the text. I want you to find the corresponding synonyms. You have a couple of minutes to do this. Please type your answers into the chat. Good, Anum. If you can't find one, I want you to skip it and go to the next one. You have 1 minute left. Good, Snehal. Good. 30 seconds left. 10 seconds. Good, Snehal, well done. Okay, that's enough time. If you didn't do it in that amount of time, you should be a little bit concerned. You should be able to do that in that time. Let's have a look. So the first one was allow. So what we want to do is imagine that this is in the question. The question's asking us something about allowing, okay? But in the text, it's not going to use the same word. It's going to use a synonym. So we need to scan our eyes over, and we need to look, and we need to find the same meaning as the word allow. Same here, pinpointed. You can imagine that the question says something about pinpointing. And so then you need to go to the passage, you need to find the corresponding where in the text it says that, so you can go back and then answer the question. Let's have a look at the answers here. So allow, enable. These are synonyms. Allow, enable. These mean the same things. So this is the word in the question. This is the word in the text. So imagine here it says researchers have identified genes that enable the fish. So you can imagine in the question it said something like, what allows the fish to blah, blah, blah? So the answer would be genes. But first you need to find that synonym so you know where to read. Pinpointed, identified. These are synonyms. A few, several. Amazing, extraordinary. Execute, perform. So these are the answers to those questions there. Let's do it again. This time it's going to be a little bit more difficult. Why? Because all of you just saw 4 words or 5 words in one paragraph. This time I'm going to give you one word and you need to scan read the entire paragraph to find that one word, okay? This is like finding a needle in the haystack. This is what IELTS reading is all about. Needles in the haystack. So scan your eyes over. Keep the original word, current, 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 in your mind as you read the paragraphs, okay? Here we go. I'll give you 1 minute. Actually, I'm going to give you 20 seconds. Current, current, current. And I'll give you a little bit more time. Give you another 30 seconds. Current, current, current. Good, well done. Good, Ankit, well done. You got it. Good, Snehal. How are you going on YouTube, by the way? Please type your answers into the chat on YouTube or into the comments. And don't forget to give a thumbs up, a like, please. And that's enough time there. Cool. Well, let's have a look. Current, existing. Current, existing. Here's a big takeaway about IELTS reading. You don't have enough time to read the passage. I know that sounds crazy, but there just simply isn't enough time to go. It's not like reading the Sunday newspaper when you go, oh, let's have a casual read, and you start reading from the top to the bottom, and you turn the page and read the rest, and then have a cup of tea. IELTS reading is not like that at all. As soon as you get your test paper and they say you can begin, you need to look at that question. You need to understand that the questions are sequential, and so are the answers in the text. So question 1 will be at the top of the text, question 2 will be below, question 3 will be below, and it follows like that. So what you have to do is not bother reading the passage. You look at the question and it says something like, what's the first color of the rainbow, whatever it is, and you look across at the passage and you're looking for that keyword color or rainbow or synonym, and you're looking and you see the first color of the rainbow is red. You find that word, you answer the question, you move to the next one. You don't sit there and read the passage. Simply not enough time. Simply not enough time. Let's do this one. I want you to find the synonym for the word negative. Negative. You have 1 minute. Negative. Negative. 30 seconds left. You should get it within 30 seconds, to be honest. I'll give you another 30 seconds, just in case. Ten seconds. All right, let's have a look at the answer here. Negative, negative, negative. Study found diverse, no. Attribute, sudden, popularization, samplers, diversity, negative, negative. Declining, no. Reject, negative. Pessimistic, negative views, pessimistic views. There you go, there's the answer there. Here's an interesting thing about language. Let's go back and let's look at all the words in this text. Okay, so we have the study found that 1986 was the least diverse year, etc. There are two types of words or two categories of words here. There are words that have meaning. For example, study, found, 1986, least, diverse, year, researchers. These are meaningful words. They have meaning. They put a picture in your mind. But there are also other words that are meaningless. The grammatical words, the, that, was, the, for, the, to, the, of, and, at, the. These words have no meaning. So when you're scanning your eyes over the text to find a key word, you're not looking at the grammatical words. You skip the grammatical words. You skip the. You look here, study, found, 1986, least, diverse, researchers, attribute, nouns, verbs, adjectives. These are the key words that you need to look at. You need to ignore articles, ignore pronouns, these types of verbs like was, is, be, are, for example, articles. Ignore prepositions for, at, to, of. You need to find those meaningful words. It's all about meaningful words. Let's do one more for unheard of, unheard of, unheard of, unheard of. This time I'll give you 20 seconds. Unheard of. Three, two, one, stop. Okay, unheard of, unprecedented, unprecedented. There you go. So you scanned your eyes over. You don't worry about those grammatical words. You're just looking for the key nouns, key verbs, key adjectives, the meaningful words, and there you go, unprecedented. Cool. So we've done the first set of skills. The first skill is synonyms, which is absolutely critical. Synonyms, synonyms, synonyms. You need to build your vocabulary. You need to get your vocabulary to a point where you look at that question and you look at the passage and you can just go, bang, I see the synonyms. But if you're looking at the question and you're looking at the passage and you understand 80%, 85%, and you're sort of like, oh, I don't understand that word, that's going to be problematic because you really need to get your vocabulary to the point where you understand 95, 96, 97, 100% if you can. Cool. The other major skill is this one that you're looking at now. What's the main idea? What's the main idea? So we've just looked at how to find details. Synonyms are about details. But there's another reading skill in IELTS, which is about looking at a paragraph and pulling out the main idea of the paragraph. This relates to questions like, which questions are they? Match headings, matching information. The matching questions are about finding the main idea. There's other questions like true, false, not given are about finding details. So there are two real types of questions in IELTS reading, details and main idea. Let's have a look. I want you to scan, read the paragraph to find the main idea. What do I mean by that? Well, let's have a look at the question here. So here you have different possible summaries of this paragraph here. So you got 4 summaries. Here you've got the paragraph. Only one of these summaries is true, is correct. The others are not good summaries. They might contain some words from the paragraph, but they don't really capture the main idea. What you have to think about is if you took this paragraph and you put it into a saucepan and you turned on the gas and you boiled it down to its main idea. What's the key thing that it's saying? So let's try this. I'm going to give you a couple of minutes to find the main idea. Good. All right, let's have a look. Fine. So here's the strategy for this one. What you want to do first, before you read the paragraph, is quickly read the answer options. Celebrity culture is good for teenagers. Celebrity culture is negative for teenagers. Teenagers learn about modern life through celebrity culture. Celebrities are role models for teenagers. Fine. Now we have a look at the passage. And we keep these in our mind, just in the back of our mind. Here it says teenagers interested in celebrity culture are more likely to have a well-rounded knowledge of modern life and awareness of issues relating to politics, economics, and the media. Many intelligent young people have a desire to learn about celebrities' lives, which can help them develop informed opinions on topical debates, blah, 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 blah. Celebrity culture is good for teenagers? Possibly. Celebrity culture is negative for teenagers. Teenagers learn about modern life through celebrity culture. That looks pretty good. Celebrities are role models for teenagers. C. This is the main idea of the paragraph. Let's do it again. I want you to scan read to find the main idea. I want you to first read the answer options, then read the passage, then come back and select. All right, let's have a look. So, first thing we do is read the question. Music is important in all cultures. Musical repetition pulls us in. Music in the brain, music is emotional. Then we have a look at the passage. Repetition in music can be a motif repeated throughout a composition or a favorited song played again and again. It can be the annoying earworm, blah, blah, blah. Music is a fundamentally human capacity present in all known cultures and important. Repetition is a key element in music, one that both pulls us into the experience and pulls us together as people. What's this about? B, musical repetition pulls us in. This is what the paragraphs are about. Let's do one more before we do the mock test. Here we go. Let's have a look. Walking and foot impact. Walking is good for your heart and muscles. Walking is good for the body. How walking benefits the brain. You probably know that walking does your body good, but it's not just your heart and muscles that benefit. Okay, so let's eliminate this one here, because it's not just your heart and muscles that benefit. Researchers found that the foot's impact during walking sends pressure waves through the arteries that significantly modify and can increase the supply of blood to the brain. How walking benefits the brain. There you go. All right, good. We've now warmed up by looking at synonyms and looking at the main idea. Now we're going to do a mock test, but we're going to do this a little bit differently. Instead of me just giving you really difficult questions and you sitting there going, I don't understand, what I'm going to do first is give you a dead simple example. The dead simple example will help you to understand the concept of the question, to understand the format of the question. Then, after you've done the dead simple one, I'll give you a real one so you can actually practice with real life materials. Cool. What I want you to do is, this will be out of 10. So I want you to write down on a piece of paper 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, like this, vertically. Why? Because this is what the IELTS answer sheet looks like. And here you have to write something like A or B or C or true, false, not given, or maybe a word or a little Roman numeral. There's all sorts of different things you have to write on the answer sheet. So it's good to be aware of that, to understand that. So on test day, it doesn't intimidate you. You know exactly what to do. Go bang, bang, bang. First one we're going to look at is multiple choice simple. This is dead simple. Please do this. You may have seen it before, but please do it again. Read the question, read the passage, read the question again, choose the answer. Read the question, maybe reread the passage, answer the question. Good, that's probably enough time. So we read the question, what color is Jay's car? Remember, you don't have enough time to just read the passage from beginning to end. So first you read the question so you know what to look for in the passage when you scan read over the top. What color is Jay's car? Jay has a red car. Fine. From whom did Jay purchase his car? Something about Uncle Tim. The answer is C, red, and D, Tim. They are the answers there. Let's use our understanding of this question type now to do a real one. Let me disappear. I'll give you a couple of minutes to answer these questions here. Give you one more minute. 30 seconds. All right, let's have a look at question 1. So, what is the main cause of increased medical tourism? We can see the keyword here. And in fact, we can see it's not a synonym. It's exactly the same keyword here, medical tourism. What's the main cause? Is a growing phenomenon associated with globalization. What costs almost £10 million annually? Here we can see a synonym. It's 8 million. Costs £8 million a year. So almost 10 million is a synonym for 8 million. Well, depends really. Depends how rich you are, I guess. Right, let's have a look at the answers. The answers are C, globalization is a growing phenomenon, is the main cause associated with globalization. And number 2, what costs almost £10 million annually? Badly performed surgeries. It's estimated that botched cosmetic work. Interesting. Here's a great example of what I was talking about before with synonyms. Badly performed surgeries, botched cosmetic work. There you go. That's a phrase. In fact, it's not a single word that means the same thing. So the answers there were C and A. Let's have a look at yes, no, not given. This is very similar to true, false, not given. The difference between true, false, not given and yes, no, not given is that true, false, not given looks at facts. Yes, no, not given looks at opinions. But they're basically the same. They're basically the same, but one looks at facts, one looks at opinions. It's kind of tricky. Let's have a look. I'm going to talk you through this one. So you answer yes if the statement, if one of these says the same thing as the passage. So if this says Jay is hilarious and this says Jay is hilarious, because that's an opinion, by the way, then you answer yes. If this says Jay is hilarious and here it says something contradictory that says Jay is not hilarious, for example, you answer no. Or if there's no information and you have to assume, then you should write not given, because never assume. If you're assuming, it has to be not given. So please answer these 3 questions here. All right, let's look at the, I'll give you a little bit more time. All right, let's have a look. All right, Jay is hilarious. Jay is a really funny guy. He tells jokes all the time. People always laugh at him. Is this going to be yes, no, not given? Does it say the same thing in different words? Yes. Jay enjoys doing stand-up comedy. It says here, sometimes he, Jay, does stand-up comedy. Now, it says here that he enjoys it. We have to assume, because we don't really know. Maybe he doesn't enjoy it. We just don't know. And here it says Jay is not funny. Here it says Jay is a really funny guy. So the answers are, this one is yes. These say the same thing. So it's yes. This is not given because we just don't know and we have to assume. This one is no because here it's contradicting what it says in the passage from the statement. Jay is a really funny guy. Jay is not funny. That is no. Cool? Now that you understand that, let's do a real question using the same concept. Whoops, I just realized that I had my microphone on mute for like 5 minutes and I explained everything. Let me do that again. I'm sorry about that. Let's have a look at the answers. Damn, because I explained that really well too. Here we go. Number 3, large smilers are perceived as friendly. This is yes. Why? Broad smiles lead people to be perceived as warmer. This statement here in the text says the same thing as this statement, but just in different words. It uses synonyms. Large smilers, broad smiles, for example, are perceived as friendly, lead people to be perceived as warmer, warm, friendly. This statement say the same thing, so it's yes. Big smilers can be perceived as competent. No. Broad smiles lead people to be perceived as warmer but less competent. This says big smilers can be perceived as competent. This says something directly contradicting that statement, saying something else, saying something other, so it has to be no. These two things say something different. What about this one? Consumer behavior is positively influenced by smiling marketers. Not given. Why? Here it says researchers ask how that can influence consumer behavior and in what situations might marketers want to smile more broadly. Here it says consumer behavior is positively influenced. Here it doesn't say anything about positive influence. It just says influence. So we don't know. And if we assume something, it has to be not given. Number 6, it's better not to smile in marketing photos. No. Why? Because here it says, be sure to smile in your profile photo or your post, but maybe not too big. So this contradicts this, therefore it's no. Now you can put that. Okay, is that working now? Not able to hear anything? Just put a smiley face or something into the chat if you can hear me, because I think something's going on here. Cool. All right, you can hear me. Good. Technology. It's good, but it's not perfect. Fine. Cool. Let's do the next one. Summary completion. This one we haven't done before, actually. Let me show you my face. This one we haven't done before. This is a little bit different. What I'm going to do is show you a dead simple one. Here's the summary here, and here's the passage. Here it says Jay bought a something car off his Uncle Tim. That's the question there. You need to look at the passage. You need to pick a word and put it into the passage. It'll be the same word. Now, there's an important thing here to remember, and that's the instruction. It says using no more than one word from the text. Sometimes it will be one word or two words or even two words and or a number. You need to read that instruction. But basically what you do is quickly read the summary, look for the type of word that you need. So here you need an adjective, for example. Here you need an adjective. Look at the passage, find the corresponding keywords, answer that summary. I'll give you 1 minute to do this one. Good, Marlene, well done. Good one. Good, Ankit, that's fine. Right, let's have a look at the answers here. So, Jay bought a something car. There's your keyword. We look here, we see car, a something car. It's got to be a red car, a red car. Okay, we're going to take the word directly from the passage. You're not creating words here. You're stealing them from the passage to fill those gaps. 25. Jay is a pretty something guy. What sort of guy is he? Well, here it says Jay is a really funny guy, so that's good. 26. He works teaching English for a something online company. Jay teaches English at E2 language. It's a cool company, Answers are red car, funny guy, and cool online company. Yeah, I don't know if it had cool. Yep, cool. Good, fine. Let's do that again. Let's do it for real this time. I'm just going to change this. This is the word to. I just realized I've got a small error here. Just let me change this word and to the word to, which will help you out because now you know that the next word will have to be a verb. That's the word to, okay? So Ankit, check your number 10 because millions people doesn't work. Millions of people works, but you can only write one word, remember. 30 seconds. Ten seconds. All right, let's have a look here. Sorry about that. That was a small grammatical error that I made. It should have been the word to, because here is a verb, not and. Anyway, you guys are geniuses because some of you got it anyway without even me fixing it there. What's going on here? All right, let me just delete this. I'm having problems today with my computer. What's going on? Clear all drawing, spotlight, fine. Let's just use this. Fine. Sleep is important for your memory. Let's have a look here. Let me disappear. When you sleep, your brain is busy storing and consolidating things you learned that day, stuff you'll need in your memory. If you write the word brain, that is also possible too. It's a little bit unclear. It's probably not a great question. So memory or brain, I'm happy with that. Sleep is important for your memory or brain. However, this function may be impaired in some people with brain. Well, here we've got the word neurological. Here we've got the word brain. That's a synonym. So this has to be conditions, brain conditions. Fine. New research is targeting specific brain activity during sleep to strengthen memory. Strengthen, if you had the word strengthen, that's correct. In something people. Now, somebody wrote millions people, but that's incorrect because it could be millions of people, but here it says no more than one word. So the answer has to be healthy people, in healthy people. And here we've taken that word directly from the text here. Cool. So what's your score out of 10? Because here are the answers. C, A, yes, no, not given, no, memory or brain. I'm happy with brain as well for number 7. Conditions, strengthen. Now it has to be conditions plural. If you wrote condition singular without the S, it would be incorrect. You have to be very careful of you have to be a perfectionist with this. Strengthen and healthy. Please type into the chat your score. Cool. So we've got 8, 7, 7. What else have we got? That was a pretty hard test, actually. Anum got 8. Well done. That's a good score. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. If you're on YouTube, please feel free to write in the comments what score you got. That will be interesting. And don't forget to give a like for this video if you want more and more and more. Cool. All right. Now, while I've got you, yes, Malene says the yes, no, not given was difficult. Yes, I agree. Cool. While I've got you, you might want to think about upgrading your package on E2 language. Why? Well, there are a number of reasons why to do that. First of all, you get a study plan, which means that you can meet the teacher one-on-one to talk to the teacher about what you need to do to succeed. The teacher will talk to you about your strengths and your weaknesses, look at your previous scores, write you up a study schedule, get you started, answer any questions you have about the test. The next thing, and this is super important for IELTS, is the methods. Like we just looked at different methods today for some of the reading questions. We also offer the same sorts of methods for listening, for writing, and for speaking as well. So we go in depth and we tell you how to do each and every question. But not just that, we build your skills. We give you lots of materials to practice with as well. You also get feedback. So if you need feedback from an expert on your writing or your speaking, you submit an essay writing task 2, for example, and we give you feedback. You also, as part of your package, get tutorials, so one-on-one tutorials with somebody like me over Skype, or sorry, not Skype, Zoom. We used to use Skype over Zoom, so what you're using now if you're in the webinar. We also do live classes every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday on writing task 1, writing task 2, as well as reading, and that's for general and academic. And we also give you constant motivation. So do think about upgrading your account on E2 language. We have an express package, which is $69 US, and we have packages that go right up to $349, which include heaps of one-on-one tutorials and feedback and whatnot. Cool. So I'm going to hang around and answer any questions you have. If you have any questions, feel free to type them into the chat. So Mayara on YouTube has got an exam in 8 hours. No problem, Mayara. So on YouTube, we had Riham got 9 out of 10, Serene 8 out of 10, Kervin 6, Sanjay 6, Jay Joshi 7, 6. Cool, not too bad, not too bad. Fine, that's fine. All right, no questions? Not a problem. All right, if you need any help, just go to e2language.com, sign up as a free user. Once you get sick of that and you need more help, do sign up as a paid user. I'll see you guys soon. If you have any other questions, feel free to email hello@e2language.com. Hello@e2language.com. I'll see you soon. Cool. Bye.